Seriously? Let's start with abortion. I just found out from a YouTube video that I watched where Biden is accusing Trump of being the spearhead that pushed this Roe versus Wade while he's in office. Donald Trump, let me tell you something. I love you, man. I want you to get right with God so you and I can hug on the other side. You're doing a good job at pushing Christian attributes and pushing Christian interests and Christian rights and protecting, infiltrating yourself into the Christian community and helping us out. But we need you to be saved, bruh. We need you to be saved so that you can walk with God in this life, and in the next life, you can be with us. We want you with us, Donald Trump. You're the kind of person that we want with us in the kingdom. Okay. We want you in the kingdom of heaven with us. You belong in the kingdom of heaven with us. But if you don't get your secular life under wraps, if you don't get yourself right with God, no matter how much you do for Christians, and no matter how much you do that's right in this country, no matter how much you do for the Republican Party, you will not make it there. You'll still be Presbyterian, okay, in the lake of fire if you don't get it right. But I love you, man. I want to see you make it. If what Biden is saying is true, he might just be off his medication. Nobody else has said that so far except Biden. He blamed Donald Trump that this Roe versus Wade thing was able to, and he showed a video where Donald Trump was meeting with the officials who were spearheading this along with him. And I'm thinking, wow, okay. That's just beautiful. Wow. Wow. So that is beautiful. Okay. My question is, I don't understand, they show video footage of these women being upset and crying and acting crazy and protesting. They showed a video clip of these two African American people going into an abortion, into a pro-life clinic and kicking stuff around. So whoever the people were that were like on duty there had to lock themselves behind the glass, whatever, because they just come in here. And it's one thing for a woman to be upset about abortion. Why is a man upset? I mean, are you banging this woman so much that every time y'all have sex, she gets another abortion? Why are these women so bent on killing babies? Oh, my body, my right. But still, this is the thing though. You don't make a baby to kill a baby. If you have a baby, it's supposed to be, if you have a baby against your will, it's supposed to be by accident. Not, oh, well, you knew you was going to get pregnant, you'll just kill the baby. Because these women that are fighting don't look like they're being deprived of birth control. These women that are angry don't look like they're being deprived of birth control. They don't look like, and some of them I don't even think they're having sex. Some of these ugly broads that are getting up there, acting crazy about this. They're flipping out and acting crazy because they think that telling a woman that she can't have an abortion is tearing her down as a woman. No, having an abortion doesn't make you a woman or less of a woman or more of a woman. Having an abortion kills a baby. And if there's a heartbeat, then it's a baby. You can go just when a doctor finds out you're pregnant, you can immediately, I think either immediately or by the end of the week, you can go in there and find out. You can go in there and listen to the baby's heartbeat, and you can go in there and see this little thing growing into a child in your stomach. Last I checked, this was done when a doctor tells you that you're pregnant. You can immediately, I could have sworn I've seen people come and get a sonogram the very next day. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I know that when I had my kids, I know for a fact that when my wife realized she was pregnant, she had a sonogram done that week, like within 5 or 7 days, she had her first sonogram. And we saw what was growing in her, little fingers starting to develop and all like that. And we heard the child's heartbeat. So somebody need to get some sonogram photos done. Somebody need to listen to the heartbeat of these children. It doesn't take days, months, and weeks, and 12 months for a child to form in the womb, and everything is there for that to be a baby. I was born early. My dad said I look like a fish in a fishbowl. When my mom had me, she was suffering from something. So they had to do a C-section, if I'm correct, or I wouldn't have made it. Okay? I wouldn't have made it. And I don't think my mom and dad were together when she had me. I think they were breaking up around the time she had me. I could be wrong. Nobody wants to open up that story and talk to me about it. My mom never told me about it, but I believe my mom and dad were already broken up when she realized she was pregnant. Okay? She did not want to kill her son, even though she found out her son was sick. Okay? And when I was first born, I was considered mentally retarded. When I was first born, I was considered, I used to have convulsions and seizures all the time when I was first born. My ears were already collecting chronic nerve damage when I was just a baby. My dad said I looked like a fish in a fishbowl. I was so small. I had chronic nerve damage then. Okay. And I was my doctor predicted that I would be mentally retarded because of the fact that I was born too early. And they had, in order to save my mother and save me, I think she had to get a C-section. They had to take me out. Okay. So I was like this when I was born. And they were afraid that I was going to, and maybe that's why I'm short. Maybe that's why I'm so small. But they were afraid that I was going to die. They were afraid that I was going to be one sick child. Okay. Horribly sick child. And my mom had the church praying for me. Okay. And I actually grew to be 5'3.5", compared to some other people I know that have the problem that my mom was told by her doctor that I would have. These kids are like vegetables, and they grow to be like 4 feet tall or less. And it's not because they're dwarfs or midgets or whatever. It's because they're sick. Okay, like I was. But God has blessed me. Oh, hallelujah. I'm glad I'm saying this because I was having some moments today and I was thinking about something that was kind of depressing me today, about life in general. You know, there's a lot of things about this world that ain't fair. And there's no amount of Christianity or no amount of hope that's not too loud for you, but I need air and blow right out that window. Um, there's no amount of Christianity or no amount of goodness, okay, that's going to keep us from suffering and keep us from um, carrying our cross. We all got a cross that we have to bear. And I got my cross. I'm going through it every day. But, you know, people don't realize what I've been through as a child and going through life up to this point. They don't realize my health problems. They don't realize my experiences. They don't realize, you know, my experiences in Christ. And they don't realize how much God has done through me as well as protect me. How much he's done through me. Okay. I don't understand what kind of sex, though, these women are having that they cannot use birth control. I don't understand what kind of sex these women are having that they must have an abortion. They can't use birth control. They can't, you know, have a baby and put that baby up for adoption or whatever. They can't keep their legs closed and open their legs for people that they feel secure with. I think the majority of these people are just being feminists. And they're saying that, you know, even to a child, male or female, they're feminists. Their body, their right. They feel like this has to be. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, if you're getting pregnant too much, stop having so much sex. You won't die if you stop having, especially a woman. You won't die if you stop having so much sex. And I'm not talking about abstaining completely from fornication, but I'm saying if you're going to fornicate, be responsible. Don't take it out on the child. Don't sit there and like there's birth control out there. Everybody can afford it. Some people get it for free. Okay? Don't tell me that you have to just irresponsibly have sex. And then some of y'all ain't getting no sex. Ain't nobody sleeping with you. Why are you out there marching? You ain't never got pregnant. Don't nobody sleep with you. I look at some of these women marching and putting up signs. There's some ugly ones in this photo that I did. Who's sleeping with them? Who's sleeping with these old hags? I mean, I'm an old hag myself, but I mean, seriously. I ain't a woman, though. I have a right to be ugly. Okay? Ain't nobody sleeping with these old hags. What are they out there for? I don't even believe these old hags are getting pregnant. You're out there because you feel that a woman should have a right to kill her baby because the baby's coming out of her body. And it's bad because it's one thing when you're feminist, but you are heterosexual. And you're going to get men to lay down with you in the first place, and then you're going to tell them where the rubber meets the road. This is the way it's going to be. I'm in charge. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, you're in charge. Okay. So you're going to do the same thing with the baby now. You're going to treat the baby the way you treat men. Oh, this is my body, my right. I'm in charge. I didn't ask to have this baby, so kill him. You know. And then we make this dumb argument about what a baby is. if it's got a heartbeat, it's a baby. It's more than just tissue if it has a heartbeat. And I'm pretty sure when my wife found out she was pregnant back in the day, okay, it was only like, it took a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before she realized she was pregnant. And then, the, you know, at the end of the week, we did sonogram and seen everything, seen it all, knew the sex of the child and everything. And here's the other thing. Like, if you get pregnant and your belly's out to here, who's these knuckleheads that are sleeping with you that you can't wait to get this abortion and then sign up for the next one? And then I don't think a woman can get pregnant again while she's pregnant. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't understand why these women are so irresponsible about their bodies, that they need to kill children, their own children, as well as children, period, because they're God's children and they're children to the community that you're killing. All of us are waiting for these precious people to be born and come into this world. It's not about you, women. God designed you to be a carrier of a very precious. Eve was the mother of all living. God has designed a woman to be a carrier of humanity. It's her job to, no babies come into this world without women allowing themselves to get pregnant and having these babies. And I've seen story after story of good, wholesome women, good Christian women, who've been through everything from rape to divorce with a person that they didn't want to have a baby by. And they had their baby. And their baby, because of the grace of God, grew up to be somebody special. I know a woman right now is I'm thinking, in my coffee house days, Christian coffee house days, I remember a woman who told me her story. She has a son that's Mexican, half Mexican and half white. I take that back. He's half white and half black. A black man, that's what that's usually how it is. A black man raped this woman. Okay. And her husband was a victim of this rape too. Because she was married, I believe if I remember correctly, she was married at the time that this man raped her. And she chose to have the baby. And she didn't think that she would love this child. She figured the worst that could happen is I don't love the child and I give him up for adoption, but I'm not getting an abortion. She had the child. This child is a military veteran. He's a commander in the military right now as we speak. I forget whether I know it's either Marines or Air Force. I think it's Marines. There's no excuse for abortion. None. Absolutely none. Okay? Now, guns. They seem to forget. This is going to be real quick. They seem to forget, the people who are hating on guns. They seem to forget that nowhere in there does it say that law-abiding citizens own guns because the criminals have guns. You walk in my house uninvited. If I see you as a threat, okay, and I say that in the courtroom, you just got shot. Okay? If I'm on the street and it's dark outside and you walk too close to me and I don't know you, and you don't know me. You admit that you walked up on me and you didn't know me. You just admitted that you had a right to be shot. The wrong people are getting shot. The problem in America is there's too much shooting by the wrong people. But the people that are shooting are the ones that should be shot, and not shot because they're shooting, but they should have been shot before they owned a gun. The stuff that George Floyd did, he should have been shot instead of choked out. Choking him out like that was torture. He should have been shot. Okay? Every time, I said this before, every time you shoot a criminal, you don't just shoot the criminal for you. You shoot him for the community. You shoot him for the next victim that he was going to pick. There are people in this life that deserve to be shot. They deserve to be shot. And I believe women that practice abortion, especially in a no, don't care, in a note, I don't care, mentality, where she just executed a child because she was simply pregnant. Not that she was raped, not that she was, going through, anything negative except the fact that she was shocked that she was pregnant. I believe she should be put behind bars. I believe every woman, and there was one woman that said, oh, they're not going to stop at one of these protests. She said, oh, they're not going to stop at, taking away our right to our bodies, as she put it. They're going to go, yeah, we're going to go to the point to where if you practice abortion, you should be thrown in jail because that's a crime. And I don't care if you think it's okay. It's a crime. It's a crime. Abortion is a crime. Okay? You should be thrown in prison for practicing it. It's murder. Okay? Murder by the doctor first, and you second. But again, they seem to forget that we don't buy guns because criminals have guns. We buy guns because we want to be left alone. We want the right to bear arms against people who think that they can attack us in any kind of way because they don't get their way. Like all the people just this year alone that have been mugged getting into their cars, whose homes have been broken into. You know what I'm saying? Them letting these gangbangers come across the border. Texas and California through some crap. Arizona is going through some crap because of that crap at the border. After seeing what goes on downtown Pittsburgh, every time I blink my eyes, we had a guy come in yesterday that threatened me on my job. He threatened me. Okay. And I walked away and waited for him to leave. He did leave. But you know what I'm saying? If I had stayed there instead of waiting for him to leave, because I had a lot to say to this dude, and I basically kind of ran from him on my job while I'm on duty because I didn't want to get into it with him in front of customers. I know this dude is so street and so ghetto that he'll start a fight with security right there in front of everybody. Okay, so I walked away. I let him win. I walked away for the safety of the people that I'm protecting. I walked away and I watched him, and he went looking for me. He was looking for me when he walked out of the bathroom. He was looking for me. Okay? This is how people are. And then I'm getting ready to get the bus to work at 11 o'clock. This is 5 hours later. He's still walking the streets like a bum. He's walking the streets looking for something to get himself into. I'm glad he didn't recognize me outside of uniform because he'd have got, it'd have been on. Okay. But look, some people deserve to be shot. Some people deserve to be shot. A lot of people deserve to be shot. They deserve to be shot. Really. A lot of people deserve to be shot. Okay? Not because they own a gun, but because they do things they have no right to do. Like I can sit here on YouTube and watch 100 videos, put my phone or laptop on autoplay and watch 100 videos, 200 videos, maybe 1,000 videos of people just randomly attacking people getting in their cars. Okay? Rapings and killings and beatdowns of innocent people just trying to get into their car, waiting on a bus, waiting on a taxi. Crazy things done. I just got done watching a video where this guy attacked a handicapped guy. The handicapped dude had some like illness, but he was able to drive. So he gets out of the car, he's staggering like this, one of his hands, he's staggering into the convenience store. And this guy holds the door for him, and then he starts imitating him to everybody. Okay? So after being in there for 10 minutes, he comes back out. He's walking to his car. The guy holds the door for him again. Guy got behind him and stopped him and asked a question. He said, "Excuse me, what are you saying? You don't know what I'm saying?" And he started punching on him. And here, a woman that worked at the store who sees this guy every week, she went out there, okay, to confront the guy. And I think she did see the dude and call the police on him. Okay. Her husband ran out there to get her and said, "Get back in here. Are you crazy?" Because he knows, like I know, if you're crazy enough to beat on a handicapped male, what you gonna do with this little woman? Okay. There's all kinds of things that can be done to a woman when she tries to be a hero. Forget that crap you see on TV. I just got done watching a movie called The 100. No, I'm not done watching it. I'm on the 3rd or 4th season. I think I'm on the 3rd season, but I'm near the end. It seems like there's going to be 4 seasons, but I thought it was the end last night. It's still on. But anyway, I'm watching this movie, and all these women are, the guys are using guns. Okay. The women are using a small handgun once in a blue moon. Okay. There's the smallest woman, and she's oh my goodness, she's a cutie pie. The smallest woman in the show, in the movie, little tiny thing. I think her name was Raven. Was it Raven? No, Raven was the pilot. Raven was the girl that was into the running the computers, and she was the mechanic. I forget what the girl's name was. I don't think it was Raven, but she's a little tiny thing. Anyway, she's a tiny thing compared to the other actors in the movie. I mean, most of the women in the movie, their limit is like 5'5". I went and looked at the cast. They're all an inch taller than me. They're 5'5". Okay. They're an inch taller than me. Okay. That's a shame. You know what I mean? I'm smaller than the average height of a woman. That's sad. But anyway, all these women are 5'5", and these guys that are playing their partners and the people that they're, you know, talking to like a dog and giving orders and all like that. These guys are like 6.5, 7 feet tall. Okay. The smallest woman in the film carries a blade that's taller than her. And they taught her how to use the blade. And don't get me wrong, there was men that trained her and all like that. Her best training was her getting beat up by a man. Okay. And the stuff that they do to these women in this film, it's a nice film. It's one of them films that keep you going, keep you watching, keep you interested, because they keep flipping this and spinning this. Like you're wondering what the ending's going to be. You just dying to get to the ending to see how it's going to end. That's how they keep you watching. But there's plenty of everybody sleeping with everybody. There's plenty of fornication in there. Not graphic fornication, but fornication nonetheless. A lot of gay fornication. Okay. You know, and you know how I'm gonna feel about that. I'm gonna say what I got to say. But all these women being, you know, choked and forced and everything like that. You mean to tell me none of these guys, obviously this film was made for teenagers because the actors are mainly teenagers. But you mean to tell me, or at least they want to play the part of a teenager. You mean to tell me that all these women being choked and pushed down on the ground and knee in their neck and slapped around and all this stuff, and there's no rape scenes? There ain't. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the real world. When a man assaults a woman, whether it be, okay, in the event of war, or whether it be in the event of just, you know, street hatred. Now, street hatred can go both ways. Okay. Most muggings, you know, if a man, there's just a scene that I was watching, they made sure they flipped the camera. These guys jumped out of a car and threatened this man and his wife. And these guys start circling around his wife. They flip they switch the scene. Okay. Because it's probably too graphic to see what would happen next. But in real life, when a man assaults, every time a man assaults a woman, it is sexual. And if a woman is a victim, if she's a victim simply by being there, knowing she ain't going to do nothing, to put your hands on her is sexual. And in real life, it would be rape. I'm glad they're not showing that in these films. However, it does make the film more fictional than what it is, especially these women, you know, getting beat up and just get right back up. These women, and they ain't like superhuman or nothing like that. They just simple human women getting beat up with weapons and everything. And I just need a band-aid and they're going to get back up. They ain't Superwoman or Catwoman or nothing. Just going to get right back up and say, I'll be okay. Oh, I'll be okay. Okay. You know, crazy stuff, you know. And I'm glad, but I'm glad as much violence as there is in this film, and I believe it's PG rated for kids, so kids can watch it. You know, but there's a lot of nudity, you know, a little bit of nudity, a lot of, you know, cuddling and caressing and bonding and showing naked backs and naked hips and that. And they're really good. They were good enough to not show the naked. I think there is one scene in there where they showed a girl's breast as she was because she think her naked breast because she got shot near her breast. And so they pulled her top off to stitch her up right up under one of her boobs. Okay. But to the most part, they don't, you don't see no body at least without their panties on. Okay. I have a video coming up probably tomorrow about these commercials that are sexualizing our nation. That's another video. But anyway, I'm closing. My point is, what kind of sex and what kind of way are these women getting pregnant and they are upset that abortion is legal? I don't know. And we don't get guns. I mean, they're upset that abortion isn't legal. I'm sorry, isn't legal. How can you be upset? I can understand you being disappointed, but upset, angry, violent, because you can't kill your own baby anymore? If that baby is a part of you, if that baby is your body, how come you can walk away and leave the baby crying in the crib and go in the kitchen to get the baby's milk and bottles and Pampers and all like that, get them some baby food or whatever? How come you can do that with the baby way over here? If your baby is your body, your choice. How does your baby get sick without you getting sick? How does your baby grow up, to be 1 or 2 years old and tell you no? How does your baby grow up as a teenager and you can't even keep them in the house? They're running the street. Your body, your choice? I don't think so. Because if it was your body, your choice, you wouldn't have got pregnant. Let me say that again. If it was your body, your choice, you wouldn't have even got pregnant. Who are you lying to? And I want to say this. How many married people are having abortions? How many boyfriends and girlfriends that are together as a couple in a intimate romantic relationship are getting abortions? And I believe there's more people out there dipping their nose in something that ain't their business because don't nobody want to sleep with them. I'm looking at some of these women like, I know you ain't getting no abortion. You had to be prostituting yourself to get an abortion. Don't nobody want to sleep with you. You a $5 whore. Who's sleeping with you and getting you pregnant, sister? Who? Your fat self. What are you marching for? You marching because you want people to think you getting something. You ain't getting none. Don't nobody want to sleep with you. Ain't no homeless bum on the street breaking his neck, okay, for them STDs you gonna give him. He more worried about what he getting off of you than what you gonna get off of him. And I would admit, some of y'all, you had to be raped. Yeah, you did get raped. That's why you got an abortion, because ain't nobody gonna ask for it. Don't nobody want nobody knowing that they had that idea in their mind about you. You got all these women out here protesting, and I'm looking at the women in this protest, and I'm thinking, ain't that Whoopi Goldberg? Her days of sleeping around are over. Ain't that The View? Ain't that Bahar or whatever her name is? Don't nobody want to sleep with her. Is that Maxine Waters? Hold up, she look like Maxine Waters. What's she out there for? If she got a husband, she don't. Is that Moms Mabley I'm looking at? Who is that? Medea? Hold up. Who are these women getting out there? These women ain't getting abortions. They just protesting. They just trying to fit in somewhere. Get out of here. Get out of here. And then I looked at this skinny Minnie the other day. She wasn't all that hot, but she had on her little tight little gym outfit and tank top. Okay. That, yeah, you know, you go out drinking, and she acting like she was acting at this protest. Oh yeah, you gonna be ready to go. You gonna be ready to go get a hotel room. Her acting like that, doing all that she was doing at the protest when you got alcohol on your breath. Okay. Oh yeah, you gonna hit that. You gonna get that pregnant. You know what I mean? Ain't got time for birth control. Her acting like a whore out there because she don't like and this was before they even decided what the ruling was going to be. You are responsible about your sexuality. Okay? You are responsible, ladies, about your sexuality. And if somebody wants to threaten me or steal off of me or harm me in some kind of way, if you go from an insult to an assault, I'm not going to wait till you assault me before I shoot you. And if I kill you, I don't have to worry about you getting out of the hospital or getting out of prison bothering somebody else. Some people deserve to be shot. That's why we need to bear arms. Not because they got guns. Because if they got guns, they might shoot me first. And people that do have guns, when they do crime, they make sure they shoot you first. You don't even know they had a gun until they shot you. They shot you before you saw them coming. But the beauty of guns is that you thought that you could come at me because you thought I was weak. Or you came at her, or came at him, or came at us because you thought we was weak. And you came empty-handed, or you tried to hit me with a cone, or you brought a knife to a gunfight and got shot. And I speak to people enough times, relatives all the way to co-workers and friends who got shot, some more than once. And they tell you, I ain't trying to get shot again. I'm not trying to be stupid like that again. When a woman's child gets shot and she's, oh, my baby, oh, you shot my baby, oh, he was going to go to college, oh, he was so young, you shot my baby, oh. Guess what? She's going to make sure her other babies keep their butts in the house. Because if you just give the kid a black eye or whatever, okay, and give them stitches somewhere, okay, she gonna come after you, along with some cousins and other neighborhood bunnies. They're gonna come after you, okay. They're gonna come after you, and they're gonna try to act like you didn't defend yourself. But when you shoot somebody, and the police say, oh, we're still investigating whether it was self-defense or not, and you go home knowing that you still got your gun intact, ain't nobody gonna get revenge. Ain't nobody gonna, they consider you a dangerous man. And somebody said this today in a video that I watched on the bus coming home. He said criminals have to flip it around and be the danger zone. They have to make the criminals the target. And he didn't talk about guns to the end of the video. But I disagree with him that, oh, as long as you carry yourself a certain way, you know, you can't. No, well, he was right. He was like, carry yourself in a certain way that people don't just run up on you. At least you have an eye on you. At least you know what's about to happen. And sometimes, only sometimes, that might save you. Just like, I don't know if these two girls was trying to jump me or not, but just the other day, I walked past these two girls and they were acting real suspicious. And as I was walking, they started picking up speed. And I mean, they was just two girls, you know what I'm saying? And they got so close to me that they could reach out and touch me. I turned around and stopped and watched them. And they got really angry at me and looked at me like, you know, but I'm like, why are you trying to catch up to me? Why are you trying to catch up to me? And I gotta admit, I'm paranoid ever since I got mugged. I'm paranoid. I don't trust anybody. I'm watching my back, my left, my right, and my front. I'm watching north, south, and east and west. Okay? Because I don't trust anybody. I see somebody walk behind me, I turn around and look at them like, what you doing? Because if the Lord help me out, if the Lord spare my life, that's only going to happen once. And the guy talked about confidence when you're walking through neighborhoods, and I know what he was referring to. He was referring to you being armed or having a backup plan when you're walking past people that appear to be suspicious. You can't have confidence just because of the way you look or because you got muscles or you're tall or whatever. You're going to have confidence because you got something with you that will strip any violent act right down the middle or cut it right in half or cut it completely off if it were to occur. It's called a gun. Okay. So we don't need to talk about gun laws. We need to talk about training people to kill suspects. We need to talk about more innocent guns on the street and less illegal guns on the street. We need to talk about people stop minding your own daggone business and shoot a suspect. You see somebody, trying to assault one of your neighbors or whatever, okay? You know what I'm saying? Try to negotiate with the dude, but if he put his hands on her, drop him with a bullet. That's the way I feel about it. Some people deserve to be shot. If it doesn't take anything for your need for a couple bucks for you to kill me or hurt me or maim me for life because you need a couple dollars or you need a phone so bad or whatever it is that you want, and you think that you need to hurt me to get it, you think you need to take it from somebody else because you're too lazy to do a couple steps to get it for yourself, to get it by yourself, you deserve to be shot. Leave people alone. I'm not trying to be a part of no country where, we're going to let men go around grabbing women's behinds and touching women on the street, okay? And assaulting them in front of their boyfriends and husbands because why? They got guns, but we don't. Or they got access to guns. We don't have access. Unless we willing to do like them, go to the streets and buy them illegally. By that time, I got a wife that been raped or a girlfriend that been raped, or, right in front of me. Or by that time, I done been robbed and all my money's gone or whatever. By that time, I'm blind in one eye. Or one of my ears is missing, or I can't breathe. My lungs don't work now. I got to live on an oxygen tank or whatever because some fool out there thought it was cool to attack me. Okay, because he figured one little tiny thing that don't cost that much that he wanted. It was worth me being maimed for life. worth me being handicapped. And if I try to, and this is the other thing, if you try to defend yourself, and I saw a video like this today, there's an old man at the end of this video clip. There's an old man that gave them what they wanted because, you know, he let them take his bag. And when they took his bag, they put his bag, as they was putting the bag in the car, he was walking away. And they started yelling at him, and he lay down on the ground and played dead and said, please don't hurt me. This fool came over and kicked him while he was on the ground because he gave up and gave them everything they wanted. Oh, they had to go over there and kick him and break his ribs for good measure. Nobody will have mercy on you if they think that they can get away with assaulting you. They will not have mercy on you, whether you're a guy or a woman. They will not have mercy on you. Okay? You don't need to spend, I'd rather spend my life feeling bad that I shot somebody in self-defense, and that man will never get to know Jesus because he come at me the wrong way, than to spend my life maimed or ruined some kind of way, and I can't be sociable with people. I can't go out in public. I can't breathe. I can't use my left side or my right side or whatever. No. Some people deserve to be shot, not just for me, but for everything that's going on right now. There's so much crime going on in America right now. We need everybody to buy a gun and be a superhero. Shoot these bastards. And flip it like this man said. Flip it around. They're the target, not us. And I say that as a Christian. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I remember a man was getting ready to get into it with my pastor one time in the church, inside the church. And everybody was able to calm down about it because we got the guy to leave. I went weeks. I went probably about at least a month or more wanting to kill that guy. Every time I looked at a kitchen knife. Ugh. And I'm glad I didn't see the guy ever again. I think what happened was when the guy left the church, he got in trouble with drugs or got in trouble abusing his girlfriend or something like that or something. He ended up going to prison. He ended up going to jail anyway. But he shoved my pastor, and we all jumped between them. And he was ready to go off. And I was ready to, you know, go in that kitchen, which was 5 feet away, and put it in, make sure he never shoved a man of God again, a man of the cloth again. Some people deserve to be shot. A lot of these guys in prison, they're not learning. I watched a whole prison documentary yesterday. And it was YouTube, and it was like almost 2 hours long. These people are on death row all around the world. Why? Because every time you let them out, they did worse crimes. And they're so lost in the skull, in the brain, that they think that you putting them in prison for assaulting somebody was an injustice done to them. So they're killing cops, they're killing prison guards, they're killing women and children and everybody, all because they want revenge on you putting them in jail in the first place. They are so sick in the brain, they don't realize that they committed a crime and they paid due time for it. They think that the whole world is in debt to them. They think that the whole world has done them an injustice, that the whole world has assaulted them and done them wrong, and they're out for revenge, and they live their life like this. I know a guy right now, he feels that me telling him that he can't abuse my daughter anymore because I got together with my daughter and I made sure she put his butt in jail. He's in prison right now with all this anger. He got more sentencing because he went in jail. He went to jail and tried to kill somebody that ain't got nothing to do with this. Okay? If he gets out of prison, he will be looking for me. If he gets out of prison, I'm not sure he'll stay away from my stepdaughter. But I know he'll be looking for me. He vowed that he would. And he's so sick in the head. He was so violent towards the mother of his child that he almost killed his newborn child. Some people deserve to be shot. Don't talk to me about taking guns off of innocent citizens. Innocent citizens need to stop being innocent and go to war. I'm not waiting for cops, okay, to kill these idiots and make it a racial thing. I'm waiting for the law to give me the right to shoot these bastards. We need to up the laws of the rights of law-abiding citizens to shoot people. The reason why a lot of people that own guns don't carry guns is because they're afraid of the laws that they'll shoot a suspect and end up in jail for it. Because the suspect, was coming at him, but he was more than 10 feet away when he shot him, or 5 feet away when he shot him, or the suspect didn't have no weapon, or the suspect didn't come in your house. He was trying to break down your door, but he didn't get in the house yet. No, you come onto my property acting a fool, and I tell you, please leave. And you start trying to pull at my door, try to get inside my door. If I want to come around the back and come around the front and shoot you right in the back, I should be able to do that because you're trespassing in a very violent way. You say the wrong thing to a man's woman, or you know what I'm saying, and you step in her husband's face or whatever, he should be able to shoot you because you were in the process of making an attack on a nuclear family. Some people deserve to be shot. And until the criminals are afraid that every would-be victim is probably carrying a gun and is ready to shoot you with no apology, no remorse, no fear. And he'll keep on shooting you until you're down. You'll think twice about going around here attacking people like it is your right to do so. You'll think twice before you go out here and keep attacking people because you think it's cool and you think it's cute and you're upset you don't have everything you want in life. So you take it out on other people. You have no right to do that. And I am DeRoy Cruz. I am your life applications officer. I'll say again, this video will be commentless for about 5 days. Okay? And then I will let all you haters comment because I want to see who I want to delete permanently from my channel. Please understand that I will delete you permanently from my channel You will need to go to Dragnut Silvas or Carlton Winston to see my videos, because you ain't going to want to look at them here, because I could care less what you got to say. I could care less if you watch my videos. My videos are for people that want to watch my videos. If you don't want to watch my videos, don't leave a comment. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. That's simply it. You don't want to watch my videos, don't leave a comment either. If you're not interested in what I got to say, then don't talk about it. Don't tell me about a video that I did weeks and months ago. The video here today was on two things: abortion and gun control. What's your plea? Where do you stand? That's what I want to talk about. I'm going to disagree with you, but that's what I want to talk about. And you say something about gun control I don't like, that's your right. You say something about abortion that I don't like, that's your right, because that's what I'm talking about. But you say something about black folks, I wasn't talking about black folks. Not enough for us to make an issue out of it anyway. So don't do that. I'm allowed to talk about other things, regardless of the fact that you don't like what I said about black people. I'm allowed to talk about other things, regardless of the fact that you don't like what I said about the LGBTQ community. I did a Facebook video yesterday talking about YouTube and all the LGBT nonsense and all the other forms of nonsense, just like I do on this channel right here. And you know what? Nobody sent me a comment talking about, I hate my own people and you know, I'm gay or I'm homophobic or whatever because I dare to say something about the LGBTQ community. Probably because these people feel the same way I do about the LGBTQ community. They feel like either shut it down or shut up. You know what I mean? Either make some laws and rules about this community that we can all follow, or shut up. Don't nobody want to hear that crap. Don't nobody want to hear it. Anytime a gay person, because God didn't create nobody gay, you chose to be gay. See, now you got me talking about. This is what makes me mad with a lot of gay people. You find out that you think that because I'm nice to you, that I want to go there with you. And when you find out that I don't want to go there with you, you hate me. And you don't want to address the fact that I'm your coworker, because something about the look on my face when you was acting like a daggone sissy. I know you a sissy, but why are you trying to be a super sissy today? And when you find out I don't like that crap, I didn't even say anything. You just know I don't like it, because I looked at you and you knew everybody else in the room don't like you. So when I looked at them like, what the heck is wrong with this dude? You got mad, and now you try to act like I'm invisible. I say hello to you, you keep on walking. That's fine. I'm okay with that, as long as you keep your trap shut. Because didn't nobody tell you to come to me with that garbage in the first place. You treat me like I'm a daggone co-worker, just like everybody else. If I want something from you like that, I'll let you know. You don't come around me thinking that, oh, let's try this guy. Maybe he's easy. I get ticked off. That's why you need to stop. You seem to forget when you got into this movement, there's not enough gay people to go around. There ain't enough transgender people to go around. And the more and more you try to get out there in the job field and try to be up there with, people that are working, they got gorgeous careers and they're making good money, you're going to find out you have less people. Forget that stuff you see on TV. You got less gay people to work with. You got less chances of ever getting laid, ever getting married, ever getting anything, because as you go up the corporate ladder, people are less gay. You should have thought about that before you made the stupid decision. Then you go out there and, God darn it, you go out there and you get mad because some men know the difference between, a lot of men actually know the difference between a tranny and a real woman. You get mad because a lot of men still want biological women. They don't care how much you shave your legs, how much makeup you put on, how well you do your hair, how feminine you try to act. They want a real woman. They rather have a woman that look like a man if she's a real woman than you in your little hot little dress. Because people that are made in the image of God are like that, whether they're Christian or not. They simply know and respect what God has provided for us. God has already provided sexuality and gender for us. Anybody that goes out of that bubble is an idiot. Anybody that goes out of that bubble needs to stay off my channel unless you're willing to repent. That's where I stand with you. Unless you're willing to repent, stay off, because I'm not going to say anything nice about you coming here trying to lecture me about the sex from hell or the relationships from hell. You ain't going to get no argument with me about this. I don't argue with people in the real world about this. You know, I get around people like this dude. You know, that's all I did. And now he knows. I didn't even have to say a word. He knew by the look on my face, the expression on my face. Stop! Who in this room is interested in you, dude? We like you because you do a good job. Ain't nobody worried about your daggone libido. Don't come to the window like that. Who in this room do you think wants to lay down with you? That's the problem. Heterosexuals don't have that problem. Just like right now, there's a girl I'm looking at. We're both straight. I know to take a hint when I see it. She treats me like she treats everybody else, nothing special. Maybe I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, maybe. But I can tell she's not looking at me the same way. That's fine. She doesn't need to say a word. And I don't need to hate her or stop talking to her. I spoke to her today. I don't need to stop. I don't need to hate her or be angry with her or be jealous or stop talking to her because I'm not her type. You know what I'm saying? I get that a lot. I'm used to it. Some of you gay folks need to get used to it because you know good and well, you 20 out of 10, you ain't nobody's type. You know this. And that goes for the gays and the transgenders. You know good and well, in the corporate world, 20 out of 21, you ain't nobody's type. Even gay people ain't thinking about you like that. And I know from growing up with you guys that it takes a straight man to claim that he is to fall into that trap and then claim that he converted to your movement in order for you to have a partner, because For some odd reason, gay people don't like getting it on with gay people. Once you go gay, you've been contaminated with your own filth. And you don't want nobody that's contaminated with his own filth like you're contaminated with your own filth. Don't come to my channel thinking that I'm not serious about this. Don't come to my channel thinking that I give a rat's behind about what you say. Because, like I said, I got bigger problems in real time. I'm dealing with some real gay people on this side of the computer in real time. I'm dealing with some trannies in real time. And in real time, they wouldn't dare get up in my face and say the garbage that you say. And don't think they ain't walked past the window and found us complaining about them. Especially when they trying to be super sissies like we didn't know you was a regular sissy last night. Now tonight you want to be a super sissy. Who in this room you think you trying to convert to your nonsense? Ain't nobody interested in you, bruh. You better go back to being the guy that likes to talk about dogs and cats and nice shoes and who won a Stiller game. I've said enough. Said a lot of stuff here I couldn't say on Facebook yesterday. I don't want my Christian friends to say, "Oh, Leroy, calm down." I don't think they would really care. But I had a nicer way of saying that to them, and saying it to them just like I'm doing now. But I kept it a little bit cleaner because Facebook is personal. This right here, I ain't got no friends on this channel. See, when I go to Facebook, those are my friends. So yeah, if I want to, I got my daughters and family and friends going to my Facebook channel. But here ain't nothing but the enemy coming to this channel. Y'all proved that over and over again for the last 3 years. So therefore, I don't really care what I say as long as I don't go out of my realm as a believer. As long as I keep my conscience under subjection. Okay. But this stuff about trying to get to me and all this kind of stuff, I shouldn't have to take out the comment section to my videos. I shouldn't have to cut out the live stream to my videos because you people are so ignorant while you claim that morality is subjective. You atheists and you LGBTQ people are the worst examples of morality that the devil has ever posted. You have no morals. You don't know the difference between real sex and plucking a chicken in the wrong hole. That's why the Bible calls you dogs in the 18th chapter of Leviticus. And then you say, well, dogs are gay. Thank you very much. Thank you for saying that. It's not that dogs are gay. It's just that dogs do nasty stuff like that. And they're allowed to do it because they're dogs. They don't have souls. They're not going to heaven. They're not waiting on Jesus to save them. They don't need to repent and have the Lord save them. They're not waiting for Jesus to crack the sky and come back. They don't get to die and go up in the rapture. They're animals. The animals that will be with us, the props, I should say, like they are right now, that will be with us in a new world are already up there before us. Just read the book of Revelation. Okay? Two-headed, man, I don't even want to see them animals. But anyway, say what I got to say. You can calm down and think about what I'm saying in my video. You got 5 days. After 5 days, if I see you on here acting a fool, I'm going to delete you forever. The only thing you're doing, if you come and watch my videos or pretend you're watching my videos, I can tell if you did or not by your comment. Okay. If you come here and act like you're interested in my video just to leave a nasty comment, I'm going to delete you and block you forever. And from this time here on out, all my videos will not be commented on until later. So now you're so ignorant. If you're really interested in my channel, as you lie to me and claim that you are, you have to watch my videos twice. Watch it now and then watch it 5 days later when I finally allow you to add comments. But again, if I don't like your comments, and I'm not talking about comments of criticism, criticize what I'm talking about. Don't try to get to me. Get to the subject. Don't hate the messenger. Hate the situation. Y'all want to hate the messenger. That's like in the Bible days. Oh, tell us good news or we're going to kill you. So every time a prophet went to a non-Christian king and told him what God was going to do, it was like they wanted the king to, they wanted him to lie to the king so he doesn't get his head chopped off. Elijah said, no, can't do that. Chop my head off. But I will not lie for you. And I will not lie for you atheists, nor you LGBTQ people. I will not lie for my people, the black people, African American people, whatever you want to call them, of America. I will not lie to any of you. I will tell you the truth. Matter of fact, I got a black video coming up. I'm going to need to hold the comments back on this one for 20 days because it's going to be harsh. Because I got something to say. There's some situations that's going on. I got something to say. But it's a good day to be harsh. It's a good day. We just won Roe versus Wade, and I understand your disappointment again, but I don't understand your anger. I don't understand you sitting in the middle of the street. You in the middle of the street crying because they won't let you kill your baby. A baby that you ain't having. You ain't pregnant. The baby's not, you're not even pregnant. How are you crying because you can't get an abortion later on when you have sex with some dude to get you pregnant? Your little skinny behind is in the street crying. I don't even think you're having sex with anyone. I don't even think you're getting pregnant. I think you just are so bent on hating on God and his people and so bent on hating everything God has presented for us. Now we don't know what a man is. We don't know what a woman is. I got somebody with a mustache and a beard trying to tell me what a woman is. Then I'm watching this guy on YouTube. I guess he's gay, but he's so into what a woman is about. All his comedy is about him putting on women's clothes and acting like a daggone woman. He's good at it. That's a problem. Because he's not even transgender. He just loves acting like a woman because he thinks he knows women better than women do. It's a shame. It's a shame. Some people deserve to be shot for the sake that, like in that movie 100, in the process of saving lives, somebody has to get shot. Clark understands that. In the process of saving lives, lives have to get shot. Lives have to die. Or once you get across the field, you're not going to make it back across the field. You got to kill perps on the way in, and then you're free to come home. This stuff about, oh, let us be victims of everything people want to do to us as long as we get to go to the negotiating table. Can't have sex with your husband. Can't get pregnant. Got an STD. You can't move. Your whole left side is numb forever. Your whole right side is numb forever. Mm-mm. No. No. Shoot first and apologize later. Shoot first and hurry up and shoot, especially if you're black. I have a video about this. I'm going to do a video about my next video. I promise you, it's going to be about why black folks are getting shot and what I think about black folks getting shot. That's going to be my next video. But make sure you shoot them before the cops get there. Put your gun back in your holster or wherever you have it concealed. And then put your hand up when the cops get there. I shot him. Just be honest about it. Don't try to run. And if he's bleeding, take your shirt off and try to make a tourniquet. Okay? Because you need to verify that you shot this guy in self-defense. Okay? But I'm in a shooting mood after this crap that I've seen. Okay? Me and the Uber driver just yesterday was talking about all the shootings that go on in my old neighborhood. There was this many shootings back in the 80s in these same neighborhoods. Okay? Why are they all black? Even the Uber driver asked that. He black, like I'm black. He asked, he even mentioned it, like, our black folks just killing each other like it's clockwork. But when I say that, oh, he hates his own people. Oh, you really hate yourself. Oh. I don't want to get shot by my own people. Why is that so hard to understand? I don't want to get shot for being black by black people. White people, I've had white people. I've only, like I said this before, and I'm getting out of here because I didn't mean to talk about this. I've only been attacked by one white person in my entire life. I've had people get in my face and try to see if I was a punk or not, and see if I would fight back if they shoved me or something like that when they found out I would. But I've never been physically harmed by white people. Never. Maybe I need to be physically harmed by white people. Last time that I almost got physically harmed, some little tiny 12-year-old white boy and his high school age brother tried to rough me up in Target because the little boy wasn't paying attention to what he was doing, and he got up and almost, his brother stopped him in time. He almost got ran over by my buggy because he was being silly and jumped out in front of me. And I didn't see him until I almost ran him over, and I stopped my buggy this time. His older brother jumped on him in time. he got up in my face like he wanted to fight. And I laughed at him. And I said, hey, this your little brother? You better get him, because he put his hands on me. I'm coming after you, because I know you trying to entertain yourself. Do I need to take out my phone and show the pictures of you little creepies to the police so we can find out where your parents are at in this mall? Because I know they don't let this little spider out of the house without his parents. Obviously, you ain't able to handle him. So, what do I need to do here? You want me to call the police? You want me to pepper spray both of y'all? What do you want me to do? But that's as far as it went. And the older brother, like, he's just joking, man. He's an idiot. He's an a-hole. Don't worry about him, man. He's just joking. Yeah, okay. But I don't have a problem with white people. I don't. White people have never, ever, except maybe twice in my entire life, tried to get to me physically. One guy got mad at me because he wanted to horseplay all the time, and I didn't want to horseplay with him. And I tried to slam him on his head. And all these white people thought I was just being a big baby. And, well, I don't like to be played with like that. Don't put your hands on me. I'm not your play toy. Don't put your hands on me. Okay? And they, but I took him to the office. They had a talk with him. He came back and apologized. I didn't get all Black Lives Matter on him. Start talking about pigs in a blanket. Okay. I'm about to do a 187 or nothing like that. I went to the office. Now, if I had took a black man to the office, his little dumb behind would have still been waiting out for me out in the parking lot. But this brother, white brother, came to me. He made sure it was 2 hours before the shift was over. He came to me and apologized, said, I'll never do that again. Because he understood that I'm so serious that I'm about to make this whole company serious about you putting your hands on me, bro. Don't put your hands on me. And then turn around and act like you want to get serious when I tell you enough is enough. You need to go get yourself a little girlfriend or something. Okay, I'm not your play toy. You can go buy a play toy for $20 out on the street. I'm not it. Okay. But I've never had a white person beat me up, leave me there for dead. I've never had a white person that was my friend. My friend Keith that I talk to every week. The worst he ever did was pull his car up to a mud hole. Okay. And let me get out and get my suit wet. I was about ready to knock him in the next week. You know what I mean? But he knew to only do that when we was on our way home. But he got away with that 3 times. One of them times I almost like stopped hanging out with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? That mud didn't come out too good, man. But that's what he would do. He'd pull up on a day, because me and him traveled together all the time. We was always together. So on days when it really rained, he'd find the deepest pothole, out on the dirt road or on the street or whatever. And he'd pull up and say, oh, I think it's here. Get out. And I'm like, you're kind of far away from the sidewalk. Oh, I don't want to scratch up my tires or whatever. I get out, wham, right in the mud hole. I'm all soaking wet all the way up to the neck. Got dirty water all over me, all over my suit. I cussed him down. He just couldn't stop laughing for 2-3 hours. I cussed him out. Don't ever do that again. Praise the Lord, man. That's my friend. That's my buddy. But he ain't never tried to seriously hurt me or get into a fight with me seriously, or try to, me and him used to slap box with each other just playing around, And then when I started using some of my martial art training on him, he was like, hey, calm down, man. We just slap boxing. Calm down. You know, I want to get him on the ground. He's hard to get down on the ground, you know. But, you know, I've never had a white person go out of their way to harm me. I've had white people, you know, I've had white cops call me stupid. I've had white cops tell me about my black behind. I never even had white cops pull a gun on me, or they almost did one time, and they had the wrong guy. The guy lived 2 doors down from me. We had the same car. His car is a little bit older and a little bit more bummier looking than mine. My wife called me while I was on the highway. She says, "Don't come in here all fast. Slow down, because they're about ready to jump on you. They got the whole house around it." I'm like, what the crap? And I got out of the car. Forget that stuff you see on TV about cops on black crime. I got out of the car and I started walking towards my house. I had my ID in my hand because she told me that's what they wanted. Cop put his hands in front of me. "You got any weapons on you or anything we need to be concerned about?" I said, "No, man, it's just my ID." He says, "Can I see that?" He looked at my ID and he said, "Can I see the registration for your car?" And I went back in. He stood over me while I was, you know, make sure I didn't pull no weapons or anything. Okay. And I got my, and all, you know, all these other black folks, "Why he going to jail?" Okay, we'll see. I went in there and got my registration and everything out there and all like that. They looked at it, they whistled, got on the radio, "Fall in, we're done here." That's it. Never had a cop beat me up. I had a black cop try to, and a white cop try to, you know, suspend my license for eternity. And the judge told both of them to get a life. Okay. 2 different times in my life. Okay. The white judge told both of them to get a life. Okay. But I've never had white people try to harm me or hurt me. I've had people, I mean, I told you about the one time in church camp where they brought this racist dude from some non-Christian Southern belt, you know, that was racist. Okay. And what was supposed to be us just slap boxing and sparring, you know, ended up me sitting on this guy because he was trying to hurt me, I assume. So I had to sit on him. Okay. And he got mad and got up and he swung at me, and I stepped back. He got me before I could get back. He scraped me just a little bit because I knew he was going to swing. So when I let him up, they told me to let him up. When I let him up, he got me in the face a little bit. They saw blood. They jumped on him. These other 2 white boys jumped on him. Because why? I'm their friend. Not because we work together. Nobody's paying us, okay, to go to the ball field together. We hang out all the time. We've known each other for 2 years. This guy's new. Okay. They jumped on him. They told him they was going to make him confess to the youth minister, and he was going to get sent home if he tried any more of that crap. Okay. And what can I say? He begged for my mercy and forgiveness as well as theirs. He came back later and found me personally without the other guys around. He let me know that, you know, this is what his parents teach him. He come from a family that is related to the KKK. They think that, you know, they make it a point to get even with black folks every time they can because they think black folks has, he says, I'm sorry, it's just the way I've been brought up. And I says, where's Jesus fit in all this? Obviously, your parents let you go to church because they want you to be better than them. Okay? He says, you're probably right. But, he let me know where he was coming from in life. He let me know that people in his neighborhood always got him thinking that black people are dangerous and black people are a threat. I said, black people are dangerous and black people are a threat. But they're not here. I wouldn't be here outnumbered by all these white people if I wanted to be a threat, bro. Okay? But he's right. Black people are a threat. Black people are dangerous. I'm only going by my experience. I'm not making this up. I'm going by where I've been. Okay? I go over to Homewood, Pittsburgh here, and I try to obey the traffic laws. Dude's going to make me go around him. He's ready to fight me because I'm waiting for him to continue to go. No, in this neighborhood, they just pull up in the middle of the street and start talking, and everybody around them, including the bus driver and anybody that comes up there, got to go around them until somebody calls the police. And then when the cops come, oh, you're racist cops. Well, wait a minute. If you was abiding by the laws of the land, they would never called the cops. Who called the cops on you? It had to be black folks because there ain't that many white folks up here. Who called the cops on? They're tired of going around your little ghetto behind. All my life, my people have been this way. Young and old. This guy had to be. I was younger back then. This guy had to be in his 40s back then. He don't know no better. He done been pulled over so many times by the cops. He don't know by now that if you're on a street that goes two ways, okay, and the street ain't that small, ain't that big to begin with, you don't make people go around you. Pull your car over there into the grass or something, or pull your car over to the side or something. You want to chat with your boy. Okay, you don't get road rage with somebody because you want to block the street. Okay, when the street's supposed to go two ways. You got me going around, you getting ready to get hit going around you on that little street. The bus too, until somebody finally called the cops. As I was leaving, they rode right past me. I knew where they was going, looking for his dumb behind. I knew it. This is the way my people are on a regular basis. Even when I get in the Uber, now a lot of these Uber drivers, you know what I mean, they're the better of my people, believe it or not. But there's some of them that I had to report. I had to call Uber and say, he don't belong on the road. Okay. I had a dude that picked me up one time, but he was driving so fast, he kept going around my job in a circle. He just kept passing me up. I said, dude, you can pull up in front as long as you're picking somebody up. He didn't want to pull up in front. I got to go get in the vehicle. He got to block traffic for me to get in his vehicle. But you're allowed to pull over in front and be waiting there for 10 or 15 minutes. As long as you're in the car waiting for somebody, they will have you move up a little bit for the taxis and that, and they'll let you wait, But no, he had to be belligerent, He didn't ready to leave me the fourth time. I had to flag him down. Ask him his name. He's like, yeah. You know, it's about time. I rode past you like 4 times. I'm thinking, you didn't have to ride past me 4 times. You didn't see me standing here talking to you on the phone. This is what goes on every day of my black life. I swear to God, I'm going to move to the suburbs. I'm going to get so far away from black people that I'm going to be lynched. They're going to hang me up in the sun in this neighborhood that I'm about to move to. They're going to hang me up in the sun, okay, to dry. They're going to hang me because ain't going to be no black folks out there. I don't want to see a single one. I'm so sick and tired. I don't want to see a one. I don't want to see a woman. I don't want to see a weave. I don't want to see a brother. I don't want to see no pants sagging. I don't want to see no nappy hair calling out a style. No. I don't want to see no thugs. I don't want to see nobody. I got to watch my back. Okay? Some dude walking up the street with a White Lives Matter t-shirt on. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? White Lives Matter, not because he hates me. White Lives Matter because he's sick and tired of the audacity of these violent criminals trying to claim Black Lives Matter when they kill their own people every day. Me and him understand why I'm cool with the guy with the White Lives Matter shirt on instead of the guy with the Black Lives Matter shirt on. I don't know where you coming from. I don't know where you coming from. And you shouldn't be wearing that in a predominantly white place. To me, that's an insult because black lives don't matter in this neighborhood because there ain't enough black people living here. How you gonna go in a neighborhood where there are no black people living there and say Black Lives Matter or wear a t-shirt that says Black Lives Matter? If you get lynched, I'm gonna be one of them guys that sit back and just take pictures. Okay? I'll be like, I'll give you these pictures or I give them to the police. It's up to y'all. I'm on your side. Because you know you shouldn't have did that, man. I mean, white people know how to go in black neighborhoods and behave themselves. Black people should give white people the same respect. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. When you call everything black this and black that and black this, you got T.I. getting in an argument with Alex Jones about back to slavery, civil rights, Jim Crow, and Alex Jones is telling him he got his history mixed. He starts flipping out on Alex Jones. Alex Jones started acting black on him. Alex Jones goes off. Wah! You know Alex Jones. If anybody knows Alex Jones, he crazy. In a good way, but he crazy. My man T.I. was like, okay. He started fixing his chair now. Okay. Yeah, dude, you need to watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless of what you're going through, most of that is your fault, if we be honest. And secondly, it definitely ain't the fault of white people, even the racist ones of today. Because most of them don't really care about whether their ancestors were slave traders or not. That's not why they're racist. They're racist because they're tired of black folks making it all about white people. You're tired of black folks being special. Ain't nobody else special. Why you get to be special? somebody out here running a tank out here. I don't know what he's running. But I'm going to get out of here. I am D. Ward Cruz. I am your life applications officer. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure. I love talking on these live streams because I can do long videos without feeling bad about it. Okay? But I don't care how long this video has been. Do not come here talking about anything other than what I'm talking about. If I believe that you're talking about something that ain't got nothing to do with the videos, this will be your last time commenting on my video. God bless you.